usually people underestimate. They underestimate the time it takes for a project to evolve. They underestimate the cost involved. They don't plan correctly, or they're overambitious. In other words, they can build it out and they've costed the build out, but sometimes the completion, i.e., the value of what they've actually created, is not always what it seems. And that's all about timing. Okay. We know that there's a good time to build and sell out, and there's a bad time to start building to sell out. Because if you start at the beginning of a, let's say, a growth period, right, what goes up must come down. And let's look what happened in 2006 and 2007. Money was easy to get, it was cheap as chips, people were building extravagant projects. 2008 happened, America started the domino wobble, and then it all fell very, very quickly. And so many funders and developers got left with unsellable property developments, unsellable completed properties. And that was a very difficult time for a lot of businesses, and many of them went to the wall. So this is all about timing. You've almost, how can I put this? You almost have to have a good crystal ball syndrome in your head. You got to know when the right time to start and finish is, and make sure where you've got developments in particular, pre-sell like mad. If you've got a hotel project, make sure you get a good managing agent or you get a long contract with a brand. Okay. The problem is that cost of leverage is really, really sensitive. And if you don't actually read what's coming forward in the market over the next 2 or 3 years, you're going to get caught potentially if you don't hedge your risks. So that's hedging your interest rates, your currency risk, your sales risk in terms of have you pre-sold enough, or have you got a building that's fully tenanted or at least 90% tenanted. You've got to make sure that you've covered all the costs of your development, either to a sales completion or to a rental completion. You've got to make sure you've planned for it and that your plans are conservative. So many people don't do that and they take speculative risk.